Hi, welcome to my channel, Ideal Creations by Crafty Lori. Today, I'm going to show you as a preschool teacher which one is one. I have many favorites, but it's one of my favorites. And why? A lot of people are making these right now on YouTube. A lot of wonderful crafters. I like them and I love them. There's tied ones. There's the ones that you knot over so you don't see the tie in the back. And then they just put the clips in the back. Children will snag when they're in school. So I'm going to show you how I would make them, or how I remake them when I'm in the classroom, because girls will tug and play and they'll end up falling apart. So I had taken a class at Hobby Lobby years ago about bow making. Many types of bows. This was always my favorite, and I'm going to show you how I would do it. What you're going to need is you're going to need your fabric. I'm using this little stretch cheetah print with gold flecks on it, and it is Liverpool bullet fabric. You're also going to need a clip. The one that I'm using, I bought at Amazon. It's a 2.25, which is 2 inches and 1/4. I'm going to use my Ginger scissors, very lightweight. I like these. I am going to use, you can use these right here. Sorry if they're backwards. You can use these. These I got from Amazon. Everybody tends to use them, and I will use them during the time that I want to wrap them, or I'll use something that I purchased during the pandemic when they first started, and I was making masks. So I ended up getting this at the end because this is very soft around the ears. I do have the other elastic that I was also using, which is the 1/8 elastic. Let me see if you can see it right there. It's the 1/8. I ended up with a lot of this because, again, I was gifting so many masks left and right. So now I have a lot of it. I need to figure out what to do with it. But I also bought this because after a while, even though the other ones were not that tight, after a while it started hurting. So I bought this cording one. I'm not sure if I bought it from eBay or, there you go. It's very stretchy. It's what you find in the back of the masks. But I will be using this just to secure it, because when you use these, you're going to use a hot glue gun. So this right away will melt the little plastic. So, and I'll show you because I'm going to be using both. Okay, so what you're going to need is, let me move my camera a little. So what I did is I already cut my fabric. My fabric, I cut it at 13 inches by 5. Okay, so I will normally mark my table right here. I have my hot glue gun. This is for glue for fabric. The hot glue for fabric. I will link it in the description. And I will also need a little piece like this. It's about 5 inches. You're not really going to need 5 inches. You don't really need to make it 5 inches, but I put it 1.5 inches because you're going to fold it over and then you're going to hot glue it. So that's what I'm going to do first. I also use this tape, which was very easy. I used it during COVID when I was making the mask. It was easier to make some of the borders next to the ear. So I use this fabric tape. Again, I will link it on the description if you'd like to buy it. It just makes it easier for me when I'm trying to do this. So what I do is I fold my edges over and then I flip them over again. And I will curve my ends. I will just curve my ends at the end, just a little bit like this. I just always think that when you curve your edges a little, you're not battling with some of the edges. Let's see. See how pretty they look at the end because they're kind of hidden inside there. Right there. So that's what I'm going to be making right here. And again, this I learned from Hobby Lobby when I took the class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this side right here. And then I'm going to flip it over. Be careful. Remember the glue. It is hot glue. So remember it is hot. Okay. And then I'm going to fold it over again. So it's going to be like a trifold. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over. I don't want to stretch it out too much so it still has that little accordion from the little bullet fabric. Okay. So once this is set, what I do is I have it marked on my table. I will normally, to make it easier when I'm doing a lot of them. Again, I am getting ready to do a craft show. Not till December, but I still need to take pictures of the items that I'm going to be selling. And I'm not a professional making YouTube videos, but this is just like, you know, my practice run. So what I do is I fold it 5 inches. And then I'll put a little bit of tape. You can put hot glue. It's just they're smaller than usual. That way you don't have that extra part back here where you have to like cut or figure out what you're going to do with. So what I'll do is I will put a strip of tape, double-sided tape, and then I will take it out and then I'll fold that over, because remember it's the last 3 inches are going to be folded over here. So when you have this, you just flip it over. Let me get this ready. I will grab, so I'm going to try this again. Okay, so you're going to grab it less than 1 inch. So there it is, 1. I'm going to turn it over so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last one I used to clean it up, 5, and then I grab from the middle right here so that you can fix it. So what you can do is you can grab one of these, and I will grab some of these, or you can do it with the other one, but I'm going to show you why when you're using hot glue, I tend not to use these, but I'm going to do it for all those that normally use hot glue. So there you go. So you fix your bow, and see in the back how there's not this big giant piece that sticks out, and the inside one you're going to be able to just push inside there like that. But there's less for you to have to fidget and hide. So after this is done like this, what I normally will do is I'll normally use this. And again, I made a little hole to make it easier for myself. And then I'll twist around a couple of times, tie it up in the back really tight. Because again, for preschool, we don't like fixing stuff. Well, most teachers don't like fixing stuff. I don't mind. It just takes a lot of time sometimes because you don't want the bows to fall apart. So I kind of like when they bring bows that are hot glued. So you have your bow like this, and then you're going to take that little piece that you've done before, the one that you hot glued, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to go in the back, and you're going to do halfway. You're going to hot glue in the halfway part right there. You're going to hot glue it. And let's see if this, oh, there it is. So I was going to show you. Okay, so look. There's that little plastic that I put in there. Do you see that? As soon as the hot glue hit it, it fell off. So I'm going to pinch a little bit, and I'm going to hold it here. Okay. I'm going to hold it here for a second. Okay, and then I'll just cut. This puff off. Okay. And then what I do is I'll take my clip and, oops, sorry. I'll hot glue my clip right down here. There we go. I'm going to hot glue it across. And hold it very well. And again, the only reason I do this is because I don't want this bow to fall off or fall apart when they're playing in the playground or they're just fidgeting with their bows, because, you know, girls tend to fidget with bracelets, bows, hair ties, Okay, so once that's done, I will pull it over in the front like this, all the way to the other side. Open this up right here. And what I was taught was to take it and measure it first. You're going to cut it, but you're going to measure it first. So if I like the way it is in the stretch of it in the front, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to put glue right next to the metal piece right there. I'm going to put some hot glue like this. Okay. And then while I'm holding the glue, I'm just going to open up this alligator snap and I'm going to pinch it and hold it for a second. I'm going to hold it until I feel that it's not warm or hot anymore, which is a couple of seconds. Okay, and once I see that it is snapped correctly, I am going to cut it. And if you need to, like me, I'm the type of person that needs to make sure that it's flush. So I will put a little bit, until it's completely flush. And there you have it. And that's very secure. When they take them off or they're playing with it, and then after that you can fix it, you're not going to have issues where you're going to have to put them in the cubbies like some teachers do. Some teachers will put them inside the cubbies and let their parents take care of it. I'm the type that I'll bring out my hot glue in a corner somewhere where students are not near me for a nanosecond, and I will fix their bows so the bows are fixed by the time they go home. But I tend to be fixing a lot of bows all the time. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I've learned on YouTube with a lot of wonderful YouTubers how to do them. Some will tie and we'll do them separate. Some will wrap them together and stick the extra inside the knots. Those are harder for me to do it since I learned this years ago. So you can either leave them like this and just tie them, but what happens after a while of them playing with them, they're going to fall apart. And this way, no matter if they snag, you can actually, this is fabric glue, so you can actually wash it. You can actually wash them by hand and nothing will happen to them, because again, I used, the hot glue was fabric glue. And again, I'll link it in the descriptions. But if you have any questions, I am making a lot of them and different types of videos as a blog on as a teacher and what I see and what I like and what I'm going to attempt to do for my craft show. So, but these are the cute little bows. And again, you can have it tied, but make sure that you hot glue it, secure it. It saves teachers a lot of time. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, make a comment down below. Any tips that you have, I'd really appreciate them. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Have a good day.